Welcome back, fellas, to another Dragon Ball Kakumei video. Chapter 25 is finally out, and after what we saw last month, this one couldn't come soon enough. At the end of last month's chapter, Broly showed up out of nowhere and grabbed up Dula before he could cause any more trouble, but not only that, he also seems to have mastered his rage. Whether that be temporary or permanent remains to be seen still. The intro for chapter 25 tells us that over on Earth, training intensifies at Dende Sanctuary. The latter shares the history of his people and their special characteristics with the Namekians of Universe 6. Are they here because Piccolo plans to show them the hyperbolic time chamber maybe? Links to all these creators of Dragon Ball Kakumei will be down below in the comments, and if you guys are excited for more content like this, consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing. But without further ado, let's hop right in. Broly's grip is far too strong for Dula to just break free, so he chops the arm off and regenerates it. Huh? He doesn't look mad anymore, Dula says as he notices Broly looks a lot less berserk now. Broly would then land next to a sobbing King Sadala. He apologizes for everything, the fit of rage, the senseless slaughter of his own brothers, and he shockingly chops King Sadala in the neck, knocking him out cold. The other Saiyans around don't really know what to make of this, but if they couldn't handle an out-of-control Broly, I would just leave this one alone. Wait a minute, Admiral Ruba interrupts them. He's not acting like he did before. He seems to be in full control at last. Please get your king to safety, Broly tells them. When all this is over, I'll accept my punishment. The Saiyans are in disbelief and honestly have no clue what to do until Admiral Ruba would speak up once again, commanding his forces to just do what Broly says. This mastered rage form of Broly has yet to show his true power, but I think it's pretty safe to say that Broly has never looked so calm, yet so dangerous before. You, he roars as he begins approaching Dula. Dula sticks out his hand and tries to stop Broly with a blast, but it doesn't look like he plans on blocking, dodging, or even caring about Dula's attack. The explosion goes off, but when the smoke clears up, as we could probably already guess, Broly is unharmed and hasn't stopped his slow walk towards Dula, who is definitely backing off now. Dula flies into the air and creates another massive blast this time and launches it towards Broly, hoping to make some sort of impact, but again, no effect, as Dula himself says that Broly seems almost invincible at this point. These two are now entire clips away from each other as Broly reaches out an arm asking, "You can regenerate, right?" Well, why on earth would he be asking that? When Broly closes the distance, he uses the exact same technique Dula used on Cheelais to pierce him through the torso, getting it all the way back in blood. "And that's how you did this, huh?" he says. He pulls his hand out. That was for Cheelais. "Now regenerate," he demands. "You filthy," Dula begins as he writhes in pain, but is able to regenerate before permanent damage is done. "You're gonna pay for that, I assure you," he goes on. "See what you've just done," Broly continues, giving Dula the meanest glare ever. Cheelais wasn't so lucky though. "Come on, you can't trick me forever," Dula utters. Broly goes to throw another punch, but Dula is barely able to get another portal up in time. From out of the portal comes some sort of slicing attack that nearly gets him, but he's able to come away with only a face cut. All around him, Dula sets up a number of these attacks, but Broly may just be invincible in this form after all with how much tanking he's doing. "Dula," Amaran says, calling to his subordinate telepathically. "Venerable heir," Dula answers. "Salaga is dead," Amaran tells him, which sends a shock through Dula's entire body. "Unleash yourself," Amaran commands him, as there is nothing really left to be reserved about. "Yeah," Dula replies as he undergoes a similar transformation to the one we saw Salaga take on at the climax of his battle as well, what seems to be kind of like the full potential or release of their magical powers. Broly appears right above him, but when he lands before Dula this time, the sorcerer is finally ready to go all out and leave it all on the battlefield. "Bring it on," Broly tells him, with Dula replying that he couldn't have said it any better himself. Dula launches another massive slashing attack, this one on a much larger scale, and while it does cause some visible damage to Broly, it doesn't really look like it's affecting the legendary Super Saiyan too much. Broly does acknowledge the massive change in the ferocity of Dula's attacks though, as he says to himself the force of these blows and precision increased tenfold. He didn't even see it coming. Could it be his magic? My physical strength is far less than yours, but my magic can make up for this without any problem, Dula says as he appears behind Broly again. I am Dula the Summoner, and I'll show you what the honor of my nickname is worth. Broly throws a kick, but his opponent is already gone. Next, Dula would create 5 enormous portals around Broly as he tells him to go on and show me how you defend yourself against this. These portals are huge, Broly says, stunned. From the portals, demonic monsters start emerging, but Broly refuses to back down and actually makes the first move. He splattered the first monster with a catastrophic punch to the face. The next one was able to catch Broly in his blind spot and smashes him to the ground with his fist. Underneath that monster's fist though, Broly begins firing a monstrous blast of his own, only to be met with a similar attack from his opponent. The massive beam clash between these two behemoths looks almost equal, but Broly's new form is showing a type of strength that even the legendary Super Saiyan isn't the most familiar with. Broly roars with power and overwhelms the monster with his attack, blasting his head clean off his shoulders. Unfortunately, it looks like Broly may be exhausting a bit too much power as his eyes start blanking out again and that out of control look starts coming back. This form exhausts me. I could lose control at any moment. I've got to stay focused, Broly thinks to himself. Above him though, another monster is about to smash him underneath his foot again, but Broly deadass just caught the foot and then launches himself and this stupid monster into the sky. Yeah, Dula, he is looking kinda indestructible, I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks like you might have bit off a little bit more than a side character can chew. Broly would launch himself high into the outer atmosphere, dragging the monster with him, and when he gets high enough, he tosses the monster even further out in space, and it's good riddance for that fella. Over on the battlefield, there's still another enemy to take care of, so Broly heads back. You're the last one, Broly says as he goes on to make pretty quick work of the last demon, skating down his arm and in one powerful burst, blasting this guy's head clean off as well. But because of all of this constant energy consumption in this form, Broly is slowly losing more and more control as the form continues to burn up his stamina and energy. I've got to finish this quick. Where did he go, Broly asks. Behind you, imbecile, Dula calls out as he then summons the mothership. It's useless, Broly replies as he begins to fire another blast, but the exhaustion is really catching up with him now. With every passing second and every attack, Broly's grip on his own power was slowly slipping away, and now it seems like he's gone again. He's lost control again, Dula says. Luck is always on my side. Dula sends a punch through a portal and hits Broly right in the chin, but he may have honestly just knocked more sense into him than anything as Broly continues trying to shake off the rage taking him over. You all came here just to hurt me and my friends, Broly says to Dula. I will never be able to forgive you now. You can no longer escape. Dula simply replies, however, that he is just a pawn on the chessboard. But don't worry, I take responsibility for everything I do, he says. Yeah, I'm stuck here. Too bad for you, he finishes. Venerable heir, he calls out as he envisions the current battle between Vegeta and Amaran. So with a smirk and in the final panel of Dragon Ball Kakumei chapter 25, Dula the Summoner would undergo another transformation and release the full extent of his power this time. I'm sorry, Venerable heir, but I've made my choice, Dula finishes as his transformation completes along with chapter 25 of Dragon Ball Kakumei. Perfect legendary Super Saiyan Broly versus full power Dula, and Vegeta versus God of Destruction Amaran marks the beginning of war, starting on Universe 6's planet Sadala, and soon to be spread across the entire multiverse when Kansei, the mother of the angels, is truly ready to make her move. With Goku still sealed away in absence and the very visible and weird stress the Grand Priest is under recently, does the currently known multiverse really stand a chance at the end of the day? Let me know down below in the comments what you guys thought of this month's chapter of Dragon Ball Kakumei. I know all of us really have been waiting on Broly to come back, and he has not disappointed ever since he hit the black and white again. I appreciate you guys watching until the end as always, and really quick PSA before we get out of here, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and have those notifications turned on, because this weekend is going to be host the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour 2024, and along with the Dragon Ball Daima panel and the Xenoverse 2 update, it's also already been confirmed that we will be getting a brand new Dragon Ball Sparking Zero trailer at Battle Hour, and I know none of you guys want to miss that. I got no idea what they're going to be showing. Hopefully we see a little bit more gameplay, but at the end of the day, the only thing I really want for Sparking Zero at Battle Hour is a release date, or at least the damn season is coming out. Some of the chatter on social media is revolving around the expectations of gameplay functions being talked about, maybe a little bit of talk about a DLC Pack 1. Give me a release date and let's get all this split screen multiplayer stuff squared away, and I'm gonna be happy with Battle Hour. That's really all I want. The trailer and any Q&As with devs on top of that is just a massive bonus to me. But I hope you guys enjoyed chapter 25 of Dragon Ball Kakumei. Let me know what you're expecting from Battle Hour this weekend. Have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.